I apologize because I took the theme truly literally. And I'm going to tell you a story about an actual skeleton in the closet. Actually, it was my kitchen cupboard. So it's not deep, it's not dark, it's not even spooky, it's just disgusting. And it's perfect for Halloween. It actually was at Halloween last year when this story started. And I remember that because my son and I were binge watching Stranger Things. Yeah, okay, so first time I saw movement in my hallway, I said, I think we have a demigorgon. And I was joking. I never for a minute thought there was something living running down the hallway until I opened up my kitchen cupboard, which I love because it has a really retro, cool, lazy Susan that spins around, and I can keep all my baking supplies and my spices, and they spin, and it's wonderful. And I spun it around, and there was carnage. A mouse had destroyed a bag of powdered sugar. And I knew it was a mouse because these animals insist on pooping where they eat. So you know it's a mouse. I don't understand that, but it was a mess. Now, I just want to segue for a minute and let you know that every family has a protector. That's the person in the family designated to kill the bugs and the critters. Now, I'm a single mother, so for 25 years, I've been the protector. And I've gone from being the person who was squeamish and afraid to squish something, and if you squished something in front of me, I'd make you take your shoes outside, to being like Sigourney Weaver in Alien, okay? I have these bugs in my house called, sprickets. They're like a cross between a spider and a cricket, and they hop, and they're big, and they're reptilian. And I chase them down the hallway with my bathroom spray, like a gun, and I shoot them until they succumb to the chemicals, and I really enjoy killing them too much now, okay? But when you look in the cupboard and it's a mouse, that's different. And I blame Beatrix Potter for that, and anybody who's ever put clothes on a mouse. Because, my God, Stuart Little was wearing a suit. Like, picture Stuart Little in a glue trap trying to rip off his leg, right? So I can't kill the mouse, and I don't know what to do, and my landlord won't call an exterminator. So I look up organic ways to get rid of a mouse, and I read that if you put peppermint oil in, they don't like the smell of it. So I soak cotton balls in peppermint oil and throw it in the cupboard. All my baking supplies are living in Tupperware, and I stall. I'm just stalling until the day I open my silverware drawer, and there's mouse dirt in there, okay? This is no Stuart Little, okay? There's no food in my silverware drawer. This mouse is just an asshole, and he's pooping on my silverware, and I'm gonna get bubonic plague. So the mouse has to die, okay? But I'm not gonna be the one to do it. So I beg my landlord, and he comes over with traps, and they're modern and plastic and sleek. They're called the Tomcat. And you don't see anything. The mouse goes in, you never see it again, and all you have is a button at the bottom that pops from no mouse to mouse caught, right? It's perfect for me. So I bait it with peanut butter. I think maybe that smell will rise above the smell of the peppermint oil, and I put it in the cupboard. And it's not immediate, but it's not long before the button pops. And I look at my son, he looks at me, and I'm like, do you think it's in there? And he's like, well, the only way to know would be to look. And I was like, no. So we get it out of the house as quickly as we can, and we're so naive. It's like we think we killed the mouse. It never enters our mind that there's more than one of them. So we bait another trap, but our hearts aren't in it, and we throw it down there, we shut the door, and honestly, we forget about it. And we proceed to have the hottest, most humid summer ever, right? Now remember, this story started in October, and at the end of August, I was cooking at my kitchen counter, and I smelled something really foul. And I thought, oh God, something's gone bad. And I'm feeling so wimpy that I wait for my kid to get home from work. And I say, will you check the onion basket? I think the onions have gone bad. And like, I'm not even gonna take on an onion at this point. And he says, there's nothing wrong with the onions. And I'm not kidding, for 3 more days, I cooked at the kitchen counter and never thought to open the cupboard until I go to get some spices and I open it, and the smell of doom, death, everything bad comes out of that cupboard. And my kid says, when was the last time you checked the trap? And I felt so guilty, like the thought that I had let a dead thing mold in there or whatever happens for so long, right? And I say to him, I need you to take it out, all right? Where's Sigourney now, okay? I'm like, Jordan, I can't do it. I need you to do it. And he looks at me with that look that says, why is this my life? And he goes and gets a bag and he lifts it up. And I'm not kidding, it was liquid underneath, okay? Well, that's what happens, a little science for you tonight, okay? It just disintegrated into liquid. So he gets it out, and I'm gonna be honest with you, not only did I not help him, I left the room. I was shaky, I left the room. I did rally, I came back, I helped clean up the mouse goo, but my title's gone, I'm not the protector anymore. And I can't enjoy my cupboard anymore because every time I open it, I think there's going to be a mouse ghost or something in there. I feel really terrible. I have been feeling terrible for months until today I came home and a squirrel had pooped all over my porch furniture. And I want to know if the tomcat becomes big enough for a squirrel. That's, okay. Thanks.